What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of the Pub Sports Radio Baseball Show. My name is Jose Bouquet, and of course, I am joined today by the one and only, the Andrew Santangelo, not his brother Nick Santangelo. How are you doing today?
I am doing very well, very well. I don't know, not much going on. Interested to see where that Nick reference came in. Kind of random, but always
Yeah, it is
always
random.
open,
I just
always
thought
open
of,
for your intros there.
yeah, I just thought about your brother because I think I've pelted him with a couple of fantasy trades, and he's just like you, just refuses me all the time. So
What, you going off to all the Red Sox probably?
no, why would I do that? I'd never do
I
such
don't
a thing.
know, I forget who it was, but he took somebody you wanted.
Well, it happens. It happens. So, as you guys might be able to tell, if you're watching us today, I'm in a different setup today. I'm at my house. Pub Sports Radio is we're having some audio issues, like you guys might have heard last week. So we're fixing them. So that'll be fun when I can get back in there. Hopefully, we'll do that on Friday. But yeah, now I'm in my room. I picked a nice little background of all these hats, and some hangers. So we're doing it, Andrew. We're doing it. Let's start off the show today, Andrew, because we usually record close to game time for all of these games. Luckily, we've got some 6, some 7 start times, so we won't be missing anything today, Andrew, thankfully. But we're going to start with some picks today, Andrew, some quick gambling picks for you that watch the show to begin with. We love the people that join us. Andrew, I'll start off with you first. Do you have or actually, I know you have a pick today. Tell us what your pick today is.
I'm feeling very good about the Phillies today. It's
Mm.
it's it's a situation where you got Zach Wheeler on the mound going up against the Orioles, very very young team as we know, and he's been dominant so far here early on in the season. So I got to ride with the Phillies today.
Okay, all right. The Phillies. Right with the Phillies today. Andrew, I asked you about the Phillies yesterday. You told me you felt good about them. They won like a bajillion to 8 after the bullpen decided to give up 7 runs in the last inning, which I thought was hilarious. I believe that was you, right? That was the Phillies.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So I'm gonna ride your Phillies as well, Andrew, and I'm gonna put them in a parlay with the Nationals. I always bet the Nationals when Max Scherzer's on the mound. It's led to more bad things than good this year, but I can't resist. I can't resist. You almost get 2-1 on your money for this. So ride the Nationals and the Phillies today. If you're watching, we're excited for that.
Nationals. I'd be a little worried about the Nationals, but it's your pick. It's your.
Okay, good. Wow, I didn't slander your pick, Andrew. Jeez.
I thought this was what we were talking
Jeez,
about here.
Andrew. Wow. How hurtful. All right, we're starting off
Um,
hostile today. I'm excited. I'm excited. But we're gonna start doing that every time. We're gonna do picks to start off the show every day. Hopefully, we get a good record, Andrew. Maybe if you're not too busy, maybe you could keep record for us.
I got you.
Update the people. All right, awesome. So, big weekend in baseball this week. A lot of stuff happened. Most notably, we had another fight. Social distancing be damned. Ramon Laureano of the Oakland A's did his best Amir Garrett impersonation, and he charged at hitting coach Alex Seratones or something. We're going to call him Alex here. The Astros hitting coach. He apparently said some stuff. Mr. Ramon Laureano was not having it. Charges him. That makes a whole fracas. There's some backstory behind this, but before I really break it all down, I guess, Andrew, what are your opening thoughts on this?
It's an unfortunate situation. Obviously, a lot of people are going after the coach there in the situation that he's got to be better than that. I mean, both guys got to be better in that situation. I understand the guy's getting hit for the third time in the series, but when it's all said and done, and I don't know what was said. The rumor is, according to him, that he was talking said something about his mom. So obviously, going to go out and defend in that situation. So he just had enough of it. But in a year like this, they're not going to tolerate anything. And I mean, when you charge the dugout like that, I think 6 games is justified. And 20 games for the coach, to me, is a little bit much, if I'm being honest. But I guess it is what it is.
Yes. So, like you just said, it just came out about, like, I guess, like an hour or two ago. So frequent or so soon that when I wrote the rundown originally, it wasn't even on there. We didn't know that how many games they were suspended. Ramon Laureano with 6, the hitting coach with 20. You thought that was kind of light. I thought it was pretty spot on. Coaches are supposed to be held to a higher standard, and he started all this, I guess. So 20 games is heavy, but
Yeah, I thought it was heavy, not light.
no way. Yeah, okay, other way around. But yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was good.
I just thought. I mean, again, we don't know what he said, so I can't. Can't go off that, obviously. But when it's all said and done, I mean, to me, it's no different than any of the players smack talking a player. I mean, they're still out there. To me, I mean, it's not like the coach needs to go out there and set an example. These guys are all above 20 years old. I mean, you know what it is at this point. It's not like it's a college coach that's setting an example for 18 to 20-year-olds. I mean, to me, they're all above the age now where it's not just setting an example. So to me, it's no different than any other players talking smack, and you can't charge the dugout in that situation. That's my view, at least.
Okay, fair
Again,
enough.
I don't know what was personally said, so obviously they do behind the scenes. So if that ever came out, that could change my thoughts on it. But just to me, depending on what was said, it's just smack talk. I mean,
okay, fair enough. I think that MLB has to hold the coaches to a higher standard. So I mean, if this was just like like I say, if Maldonado was doing it, the catcher for the Astros, I think he would have gotten right around what Laureano would have gotten with 6 games. But the coach, you got to be better than that. It's Centron, by the way. I just remembered. It's Alex Centron, the hitting coach. The funny part about this is that he was the hitting coach for the 2017 Astros, the Astros that are now famed for cheating.
Yeah,
I
didn't realize he left there, so I figured they still had the same one.
Yeah, no, he slipped through the cracks. I mean, a lot of those coaches have all been fired from that team, I guess, except for him. So, I got a good chuckle out of that.
Suspension was coming at some point, I guess.
Yeah,
I also thought it was funny. I heard the guy that hit the pitcher in that situation. That those 2 players were traded for each other. Is what I heard.
Yes.
Something like that.
So if you guys don't know, I'll break it down in a quick little recap here. Basically, Ramon Laureano gets hit in the series. Whatever, it sucks to get hit, but he got hit. Whatever. And then the next game, like you said, the guy that he got traded for him. For the Astros, he's on the Astros now. He sees that Oakland A's broadcasters or like pregame show or something were like, yeah, we got Ramon Laureano on the cheap, like it was super, like a great trade, blah blah blah. And he favorited a tweet where he was just basically bashing him, and then basically I think this one was on purpose. He hits him again for the second time. So we get that, and then the third time, this guy who basically was like only in Double-A, he's had like 10 innings in Double-A, hasn't even played higher than that, throws a slider at him and hits him. And the funniest part about all this is that Laureano was like, after he got hit the third time, he was like, "You have to snap your wrist, like you're not snapping your wrist, and you're throwing your slider wrong." And he was just basically coaching him up. And I mean, that was obviously him being a dick, but I thought it was really funny. And
yeah, right there was really funny. That was all good.
Yeah. Everything up until that point was awesome. And then Alex Cintron had to be a dick.
Mm.
Shout out to Dustin Garneau, the backup catcher for the Astros, who tackled Laureano. They're teammates, and they're apparently super nice and did a good job de-escalating the situation. So shout out to him.
That was a very good tackle.
It was form. All right. Next topic for you, Andrew, today is the Indians pitching drama, Andrew. Zach Plesac and Mike Clevenger, correct, Andrew?
That's correct.
So they both recently caught going out in Chicago. They broke a protocol for the COVID virus and all that good stuff. And so basically, Plesac goes out with some friends. I assume they go to a bar or something, and then gets caught coming back at around 3 a.m. by security. So the Indians send him home on like an Uber or something, and they're basically just like, "You're in timeout. You'll whenever you come back, you come back." A couple hours later, after they investigate, it's released that Mike Clevenger also with him that night. He hadn't told the team that he was. They found out via that investigation, and I heard that apparently they had like a meeting, and Clevenger was defending Plezak in this meeting, and while he was right there beside him, and now he also has gotten the treatment of being banished to his house for 72 hours. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. I think Clevenger, I believe he was supposed to make a start this week. As of right now, they're on the restricted list, which means they still get paid, but they're not technically on the roster. So, Andrew, what do you think the pitching? What do you think the Indians should do about their pitching staff? I mean, Clevenger's been electric this year. He's probably their number 2 starter, and then Plesac has been great himself.
Yeah, this is a situation. I mean, this really bugs me. I can't imagine how much it really hurts hurts there in the clubhouse. The reason why I say that is because first off, you have a guy in there named Carlos Carrasco who's been a fantastic pitcher. He's a longtime veteran with the Indians, and he survives leukemia last year, a certain type of leukemia. I forget the exact.
Yeah, still going through it. I mean, cancer's never really away. So yeah.
So I forget the exact one it was, but yeah, it was a type of leukemia, and like you mentioned, you're never fully over it, so he still has it. So you have not only is it a guy on the roster, but it's a guy you're out there, one of the other 5 starters. So a guy you're probably hanging out with the entire time, almost, going through workouts or going through drills or whatever, because you're in the same category and position. And you know what he went through last year. You know what he's been doing to recover. I mean, and you're going to go out there and put him in danger in that sense. Like, and I get it. People think that, they'll be fine, but like, you got to think about what your actions might cause. And in this situation, again, you have your teammate at a high risk if he catches it, and you're not willing to just sacrifice like this time and just get through the season. I mean, you see guys dropping out left and right already after all this has been going down. After we see the Cardinals, Marlins go through what they had to go through. And you see certain guys leaving, and Carrasco's out here like, I'm going to keep playing, I'm going to keep battling, and that's the way you're going to repay him. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if you're Carlos, like, why? I mean, if you can't trust your own teammates, I'd be scared to keep going if I was him. So I'm interested to see if he releases a statement or see what he does here in the near future. But in terms of the Indians, I mean, it's going to be hard to do, and it's 2 of your really good pitchers, but if I was them, I'd try to make a statement, and I know they sent him home, so I guess it's basically a suspension, but I try to make it into some type of real suspension here for a start or 2.
Okay, so you would suspend them, both of them for a start or 2?
Yeah, I mean, because here's the thing.
Let's say that's probably like 10 games if we're gonna be. So 5 days per starter.
So we'll do 1 start. 5 games. I mean, what is that? 5 games.
Okay.
But because here's my thing. You have Plesac that goes out, he comes back, and obviously he gets caught by the security guard because every team has security guards now, so they see him come back. Then you have Clevenger trying to sneak around everything. I read he didn't even come back that night.
He didn't even come back. Yeah.
He stays out to try to avoid it. So he flies. He was on a plane with Carlos Carrasco.
Mm-hmm.
Like, at least, like, it's not even like, at least Plesac, they got to send home, and he had to drive or go in whatever. I don't know how he got home exactly, through a car or whatever. So at least he wasn't with the team when they flew back because he got caught. But because Clevenger didn't say anything, and he tried to hide it and defend Plesac, they didn't find out till after the flight. So say something happens to Clevenger now, he was, I mean, obviously not going to release who they sit next to or whatever, but them both being starting pitchers, he very well probably was near Carrasco at some point. So that's why it bothers me so much extra, is because, like, you have a guy in there at high risk, and they only think it's a selfish move. It's a selfish move by those 2.
No, I agree with you completely. It's really selfish. Lindor actually came out today and basically echoed these words. He said it was selfish, that they need to start thinking about them, other people besides themselves. He even specifically mentioned Carrasco as well. So it's some hot stuff. I'd agree with you, though. 5 games, give him a slap on the wrist, make a statement showing that you're not messing around with these protocols, and if you break it in such a flippant way, that you get suspended in some form or fashion. Maybe they'll even do 10 games. I mean, they really need to put the hammer down on the Indians here to really show that they're serious about this stuff.
Yeah, and honestly, I think at minimum, if you're not going to suspend him, you got to at least fine him. Like, you got to do something, because if you don't, if you don't show any type of punishment, there's like what's stopping another guy from going out here in the next coming days?
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
There's no bubble, so they're all still going to the road trips and seeing other or different places. I know now they're home for the time being, but wherever they travel next, who's to say the next guy doesn't go out wherever the next city is? I mean, they're in the Central Division, so you have some cool cities in Chicago. What?
He's like, yeah, it's the cool cities in the Central.
No, I'm just saying, like, there's places that these guys are going to want to visit, and some of them are young enough where that could be their first time in that city. So, I mean,
Yeah.
how old's Plezak? Like, that could have been his first.
Plezak doesn't even have 2 years major league experience.
So, yeah, he's not traveling all these places. So, I'm blanking on where they played.
It was probably the White Sox or the Cubs.
It was the White Sox. Yeah.
Okay.
It was the White Sox. So, I mean, it could have been his first time in that city. So obviously, everyone knows the history of that city, and everyone talks about it being great. So of course, they're going to try to explore it. I don't know.
Hopefully, yeah, I mean, it's not surprising at all. Like, we expected people to do this, but like, if you're going to opt in on this, I mean, at least help us out a little bit. This is not helping MLB's case of us getting through this season without a hitch.
Well, besides the fact, I mean, look at your counterpart teams in the Marlins. They get caught going out, they explode, and they miss a week. And then you got the Cardinals. They still haven't played. They're coming up on 2 weeks, I think. Now they haven't played a game. I think they're still sitting at 5 games on the season, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
I think they're 2-3. So I mean, you look around your league, you got 2 teams that already had to miss a lot of the season, and now, I mean, obviously they're going to get tested, and we'll see what comes back. But now the Indians are, I guess. So far, they've come back negative, or else they wouldn't be playing tonight. But you're putting your own team in danger. Now, if someone gets it there, they're going to miss a week. And I think at some point, these guys got to decide: do you want to play the season, or do you want to go out and have fun? Like, you got to make that decision at some point.
Yeah, you're right. All right, let's talk about those Cardinals, though, since you mentioned them. They haven't played in 2 weeks. We're getting to the point where it's almost impossible to make up the amount of games they have and the amount of time remaining. It wouldn't be fair to them. It wouldn't be fair to the team that's playing them that they have to play like 5 games in 3 days. So we've come to the point where I'm gonna give you two suggestions, and I want you to pick which one's the better one of the two to go forward with the Cardinals. Do we say, all right, everyone in the NL Central, we're slashing 5 games off of your schedule. Whatever games you want to call off. 5 games off your schedule so we can give the Cardinals a chance to catch up with us? Or is it time we just kick out the Cardinals? Is to say, too bad? I mean, the MLS had to do it with 2 teams because of their positive tests. I mean, maybe it's just not your year, Cardinals. And, I mean, it sucks for Cardinals fans. It's not fair. But, I mean, what else are we going to do here?
Yeah, and you bring up a good point. You're limited options. Here's the thing. If my worry, personally, I hate the idea of going by winning percentage. So I do like your idea of cutting off games for everybody in the division because that makes it fair where you're going to play an even amount of games and you'll have that much. Because I hate the idea of a team only playing 45 to 50 games, getting in over a team that played 60 just because they have a better winning percentage. Because to me, that's not fair to the team that played 60 because you have extra games to lose. My problem with I would love to see them kind of, and again, like you said, it's going to stink for fans because it's not fair to them, but it's your team that decided to go out, go to the casino, or go everywhere they went and catch it. And because it wasn't because they were found going out, and it's not just like they caught it following protocol. I think it's fair to kick them out. My issue with kicking them out though is you're going to create a whole nother hassle if you're going to have to figure out the scheduling because it's going to mess up everyone's schedule and mess up all the games. And if you kick them out, you're going to leave a central team not playing every day. So that's my issue with. I don't think you can kick a team out unless if it's 2 teams, because it's just going to throw all the scheduling off. Maybe if you kick them out, you still do the 5-game thing, because I don't know how they even up the schedules. But that's my issue by getting rid of one team is you leave out you leave out whoever they're playing. So I know, say Thursdays wasn't postponed yet, and they were scheduled against Detroit, and you kicked out the Cardinals. Well, now Detroit's without a game for however many games that series is, or this past series. If you kick them out, the Pirates would still be out of the series. So then you're gonna be scrambling down the stretch to figure out games for them overall. So that's my issue with only kicking out one team like that. So I guess I'd have to keep them in for now, and cut out 5 games of everyone's schedule and find a way to make them even.
All right, good. All right, good. I'm glad I got your thoughts on that, Andrew. I think as of right now, I'm towards the cutting 5-10 games, whatever you need to do to get the Cardinals caught up. It's kind of tough to just like be like, well, Cardinals, you guys got caught up going out, then you're just out. Like the people that went out are just going to get alienated off the team. I don't really think that solves anything. That's just automatically what people are going to go to. So that would suck for whoever did that, or I can't remember who it is off the top of my head. But we'll see what happens. I mean, it's been 2 weeks. Their series against the Pirates have been canceled. Will they play soon? I mean, I don't know. Like we said, I mean, hopefully all these guys get better because, like we said, Yachty is one of the players that tested positive apparently. So, I mean, who knows what's going to happen in the next couple of days? Will we get the Cardinals back this week, Andrew? Yes or no?
No.
Okay, another week without the Cardinals. It's going to suck for them. Let me tell you that.
I think real quick, the weirdest thing is, I don't know about you, but I haven't seen anything about like what the recent test results are. And then they went ahead, canceled the entire Pirate series, and then canceled the games on Thursday against the Tigers. And I haven't seen any update on like whether guys are testing negative now or if they're still testing positive. I think the last update on that was like Friday. And I think that's like the weirdest thing out of this whole thing. Or not the whole thing, but out of it lately at least. It's because they're just canceling games without saying more guys are testing positive.
Yeah. We're just working on like reporters getting like, oh, there's a positive test somewhere on the Cardinals. Like that's just the limited information we're getting. I mean, it feels like a lot of the reports that they're sending out are just like copy paste, like, hey, we did it again. Right? another same number, very low, blah blah blah. But we'll see. I mean, let's try to transition into an actual baseball topic, which would be nice, Andrew. Let's talk about the race to 400. I told you, Andrew, that before the season, I thought someone was going to hit 400 this year, just for shits and giggles. And we've had some candidates. We're a quarter of way through the season, and hitting 400 through 15 games is very impressive, and 2 people have done it so far, Andrew. Do you know who these 2 people are?
Only because you sent them to me.
Okay, well, good. It is Charlie Blackmon of your Colorado Rockies and Donovan Solano of the Giants. I believe he's their second baseman. I can't remember.
Yeah, I need to find second.
Good. All right. See, so they're both hitting 484 and 458 respectively. These are the qualified batters. That's how I filter them out. Both have over 50 plate appearances. Hitting 400 this far in the season is really impressive. But right now we have DJ LeMahieu right behind them hitting 397. We've got Kyle Lewis of the Mariners, who's been lighting it up so far this year, 373. Daniel Murphy on the Rockies again, hitting 367. Remember Daniel Murphy, Andrew? Is he back?
Yeah, it's his resurgence year.
Yeah, apparently.
A lot of talk about his career being over after last season. So,
yeah,
this is a revenge year.
And then now we have Asdrubal Cabrera, number 6 for the Nationals, who a lot of people thought was washed, won a World Series last year. Now is hitting 357. Andrew, my question to you is do we have someone, or will we have someone, that hits 400 this season? And is it one of these 6 people?
When it's all said and done, I think there will not be a guy that holds that 400. I think there's going to be a guy. I think they're going to be pretty close. I think out of those 6, and I think at this point, if you're not in that 6, it's going to be pretty hard to get up there. So I think if you're not in the 6, you're definitely not going to make it. Out of this 6, I like DJ LeMahieu to do it the most.
Wow, I'm surprised you said that because that was going to be my pick too.
Really?
Yeah. It's every game. It feels like DJ LeMahieu just smacks 2 singles and goes 2 for 4.
Yeah, exactly. Like he's a guy that kind of got undervalued when he was in Colorado. Everyone using the stadium excuse, and now he's in New York, where they still have a pretty. I mean, not pretty. That they still have a hitter's ballpark. So, yeah, it might not have the same like altitude and drive factor, but he's still in a good hitter spot, and he's been taking great use of it these last 2 years. He got off to a great start, and then he I forget why, but I think he missed a couple games in that Philly series. So maybe agging injury or something like that. So that might keep him off that if he can't stay out there on the field and he kind of misses some at bats, kind of messing up with his rhythm. But Charlie Blackmon would be my second pick. He's been a pretty good hitter overall. He is hitting 484, so I mean that'd be a pretty good drop.
So it's pretty high already. Yeah, I mean,
that would be a pretty good drop for him not to keep that up. But like, think about it, he could go on like a 15 game hitting streak. But if he's going 1 for 4, 1 for 5, that average is still dropping like crazy if you think about it.
Yeah.
Because I mean, 1 for 4, that's only 250. So I mean, that's going to continue. Like, so for him to continue to hit at the way he's doing, I won't expect that to happen. So I think when it's all said and done, he'll kind of falter out and drop below there. Just because, again, you could still be getting hits every day, but if you're not getting 2 or 3 hits, your average is going to start dropping.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm pretty surprised that we have the two same people in that order too. I thought Charlie Blackmon, since he has such a leg up right now, that he could definitely hit 400, and Miss freaking DJ LeMahieu was my second guy. So there's a lot of agreeing from us this week, Andrew. A lot of agreeing from us. I don't know if I feel good about that.
Ouch. Is that like that mean I'm usually wrong or something? Like,
no, it means that it's just more fun when we disagree, like with your 76ers. By the way, if you are Andrew, you watching some playoff hockey right now?
I was earlier. I do not have it on right now while we do the show.
The Columbus Blue Jackets and Lightning are in second overtime right now. They're battling away in the second overtime.
What a way to start the playoffs. First game.
Nah, I just wanted to let you know that it's been tight. It's been tight.
I doubt he's watching right now because his team's playing. But Sam, I'm sorry to see your Stars are down 2-0.
Oh no, you hate to see that. You hate to see that. All right, let's Angela, let's have a therapy session real fast. We're gonna do this maybe once a week, maybe twice a week, depending on how good our teams are. But Andrew, I'm just gonna leave you with 30 seconds to a minute. It's up to you at the end of the day. Just to vent about how your team's been doing this week. How are the Phillies? A lot of people don't watch the Phillies. You're the Phillies expert. Give us an update. How are the Phillies doing?
Well, the Phillies are doing average, and it's something I expected. 500. They're 5-6 right now, playing 500 ball basically, winning here and there. And it's the same issue as I've been calling out for the last 3 or 4 years: is the bullpen. And you're not going to win many games. I think that the best way to say it is last night the Phillies are winning 13-1 in the ninth inning, and they had to warm up their closer. They had to warm up the closer by game end. Luckily, he didn't have to come into the game.
That's hilarious.
Before it was over, he was warming up because the bullpen came in, gave up 7 runs, and you win 13-8.
Was it all one pitcher?
He gave up 6, and then they brought in someone else, and he gave up 1 run and finally got the final 2 outs.
Do you think Joe Girardi might have been overreacting a bit? There's still a lot of runs. Why would you even get up your closer?
Well, it's not when there's guys on base. I mean, it's a situation where, I mean, I forget what exactly it was, but like say if first and second, that's 2 runs, and it's actually a safe situation if we bring them in at 13-8.
Nah, that'd be hilarious.
I mean, I think the Braves hit 3 or 4 home runs in the 9th inning.
That is hilarious.
But no, yeah, my frustration comes with the bullpen. The offense is going to be fine. Klentak finally made some moves today, so we'll see what transparency in the next few days on how well maybe those can do, but we'll see. But no, yeah, we have 6 pitchers that have a 10 or above ERA out of the bullpen.
That is hilarious. Shout out to Boston Nick for tuning in. If you rewind to the first part of this show, Boston Nick, you'll see our picks for this week. I hope we did you well last week. I believe we went 2-0-1 right there, Andrew?
I think it was 2-1-1 if I remember. Well, for his picks, I think we did good, but overall our picks, I think we went 2-1-1 because the Dodgers tied the over-under. Dodgers won the personal over-under.
Yeah.
Dodgers won the game.
It was someone else. I don't remember who it was.
It was
But
the A's. I don't remember what the A's did. Well, I guess they would have won because they were on that huge win streak. So maybe we were 3-0-1.
who knows? But we did a good job. Shout out to us. Like we said, we're gonna do those picks at the beginning of the show every week. Hopefully, we do a good job there. Uh, Andrew, are you pretty satisfied with your Phillies? Do you have anything else you want to talk about when it comes to your Phillies?
Sign JT Realmuto and get me bullpen help. That's all. That's the two main points.
Okay, good. All right. Are you ready, Andrew? We're gonna make this might be a little bit of a shorter show. Who would have thought? A lot of stuff going on in the baseball world, but we're in the full swing of it. Team's still chasing. Andrew, are you ready for the Kawasaki moment of the week, Andrew?
I mean, personally, I'm not. I thought I was gonna get a little Red Sox rant to follow.
You know, Andrew, it's funny. It's funny, Andrew. It's funny. You would think, as my dogs bark, shout out to my dogs, you would think that a team that is throwing away the season by trading your best player would not want to win ball games. Now the Red Sox simply do want to win ball games. Their hitting has been atrocious. Andrew Benintendi is hitting 061. 061, Andrew. Is that Andrew? Let me ask you: is that good?
That's first of all, that's not good, and that's worse than bad. Like that's
really
I don't know
bad.
What to call it.
Really bad. Really
that's
bad.
worse than really. That's worse than really bad too. Like that's
he's 2 for 33, I believe. Last time I checked, with one of those hits being a bunt. So I thought that was really good. He's hitting leadoff today, as one does when they're hitting 061. So that's good, yeah. Alex Verdugo, the man who basically was traded for Mookie Betts, has been impressive, though. 2 home runs and robbed a home run in a game this past week against the Blue Jays. Very excited about him. I don't know why he's not hitting leadoff. He's hitting 2 today because my manager has worms for brains. And, yeah, I can't wait for Alex Cora to come back next year.
It's a bold pick there, but...
Yeah, no. Alex Cora's coming back next year, no doubt in my mind.
All right.
No doubt in my mind. He'll be the manager of the Red Sox next year. And, I mean, Ron Renicky literally wanted to retire. So the way he's managing the bullpen and his starting lineup and all of the hitters makes me feel like he already has retired. So at least the Red Sox are giving him a check. So that's good. It's good. All right, Andrew. So now are you ready for the Kawasaki moment of the week?
I'm ready.
All right, Andrew.
How does your leg feel today?
Oh, feeling good.
So what happened to you? What happened?
Just crap.
Just a cramp?
Yeah, just crap.
So you told me what can you eat to help you make you feel better?
Bananas.
Yeah. Why bananas?
Monkeys never craps.
You heard it from the man himself. Monkeys never craps. And let's get into the Kawasaki moments of the week, Andrew. I've got some options for you today. And we've upgraded a little technology here, even though we've downgraded since I'm not in the studio. I would present to you. I don't know if we talked about this last week. We might have, but I thought it was so funny that I feel like we need to talk about it again. Hot mics are just all over the place for these players, and they're catching things they say. You know, they're careless, and players have they've forgotten they're being filmed while they're playing these games. Michael Chavis for the Red Sox. After Kevin Kiermaier makes a pretty ridiculous play in center field, yells at him and then flicks him off. And then after he flicks him off, immediately realizes what he did and he puts his hands over his mouth. He was like, no. And the cameras definitely got him. There's a great video of him doing it. It is now going to be my picture for whenever I get angry with the Red Sox. So that'll be good. And then Jock Peterson. One of my favorite players on the Dodgers, really underrated, I think. Only hits home runs, basically. Just hits 250, 210, around there, but strictly hits home runs. And he had a pretty interesting at-bat, Andrew. Let's take a listen.
A 1-2 pitch to Jock Peterson, and he swings at it late, misses. 2 gone. Where are you going?
Oh, man. That's so funny. Jock yelling, swinging at balls, and then just at the end, which really hammers it in. Super funny moment. Shout out to Jock Peterson. I'm going to be using that clip a lot, so I hope you're ready for that, Andrew.
I'm ready. That was a good clip.
It's a good clip, you know. So there's 1.5 moments for you right there, Andrew. I'll give you 1.5. Number 2 today for you is Randy Dobneck. Do you know who Randy Dobneck is, Andrew?
Off the top of my head.
Randy Dobneck is a starting pitcher for the Minnesota Twins.
Yes.
He's got the Rec Spec sunglasses, glasses rocking, and he's got the goatee, good looking facial hair, kind of like what you have, but just shave everything from what you have in your chin. Just keep the handlebars.
All right.
He pitching really well. He's got an ERA of .09. .09? That's pretty good, Andrew. Is it
0.09?
I think so. It's either that or .90. One of the two. It's under 1, which is what really matters, Andrew. And he's been dominating, but everyone knows him to be the Uber driver. Yes, Randy used to be an Uber driver only 3 or 4 years ago, Andrew. So I just wanted to present to you Randy Dobnak, the Uber driver. If you've never looked at him, please go look him up. He looks like a very funny fellow. And, he's just that guy. He's been pitching really well, and he's going to be a mainstay for the Twins going forward.
I got his picture up right now. Fantastic look.
Fantastic look.
That's a great look.
Good. All right. Third.
From Pennsylvania.
Oh, good. There you go. Third on my list today. And the fourth one I'm going to try to bring up on our screen right here. Fingers crossed it doesn't destroy my Mac during this show. Fingers crossed my computer can handle it. But third today is the Buffalo Blue Jays. The Blue Jays today make their official home debut in Buffalo, the AAA stadium. Apparently, they've tricked it out a little bit, made it more comfortable for major leaguers, but it's still ultimately a AAA stadium. The Miami Marlins, the 7-3 Miami Marlins, Andrew. They go play there today. Hyunjin Ryu starts on the mound. I just wanted to highlight this because might not have happened yet, but it's going to happen. The Buffalo Blue Jays, Andrew, playing in a AAA stadium, and when they hit home runs, it's going to be hilarious to see in the background just a highway and some cars driving in the back.
Yeah, no, I'm excited for it. I think it's pretty cool to see him do that. First game is actually underway now, so we'll see them beat the Marlins tonight and go from there.
Will they?
No. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. They probably will. But it's going to be funny seeing teams go in there. I cannot wait to see the New York Yankees go into a AAA ball club stadium, and they'll find a way to complain about it. Karen Boone he'll find a way. We'll be good.
Yeah. Too much noise is a bad thing. I mean,
exactly. That's what I've heard. All right, Andrew. I'm going to share my screen for this last one because this is a video I did not have time to pull up. But it is the Washington Nationals, Andrew. The Washington Nationals ground crew here. They had a tough time this week. It was raining in Baltimore or in Washington, and they were playing the Orioles, and they simply could not. They could not do it here, Andrew. Let's just take a look. The tarp was rolling out poorly. It's a monsoon. The infield's getting soaked, and it's just not having. They're not having a good time here, Andrew. What are your thoughts as we watch this?
I mean, we've seen it happen before. It's always funny for the outsiders when it happens. I mean, it can't be an easy job, but you think they'd be used to it by now.
This is like their main job as a ground crew person, Andrew.
I mean, I don't know the way it's usually rolled up, but when they're rolling it out right now, when they show the next view, it looks like it's all tangled up. So it almost looks like right there. It looks like it's crossing over itself, and that I don't know if it's the way they rolled it in whenever the last time it was out, but it looks like it was rolled in wrong.
Okay, Andrew. So I went deep. I did some research in here, Andrew, about this. And by research, I texted it to my friend who plays in the Astros farm system. He used to roll out the tarp and roll the tarp because he played college baseball at UTSA. Shout out to him. And I asked him, I was like, so whose fault is this? Is this the fault of those guys or the people that rolled them out before? and he told me it was their fault. And his explanation was that one side never got next to the ground, apparently. So that is what happened, according to a minor league baseball player who used to roll out the tarp a lot.
And did he say it never got next to the ground? So like it was too high? Is that what he's saying?
Yeah, I think so. They got too high on one side, and I guess it just never rolled out. So I thought that was really funny. Those are all of my moments for you, Andrew. I've given you a plethora of options to pick from. I've given you 4 or 5 options to choose from today, Andrew. So you tell me, what is the Kawasaki moment of the week?
Yeah, you gave me a lot of good ones too.
I did indeed.
I like the Blue Jays story, but that's more of a cool story than the
Blue Jays story would coincide with our man Kawasaki, who plays on the Blue Jays. Played, I guess, on the Blue Jays.
Yeah, but I'm gonna roll that one out though.
Okay, all right.
It's a cool story, new spot, but it's not my favorite out of these.
Okay.
The first 2 were combined, you said, right? We
yes.
Called it 1.5.
Hot mics and careless players.
That's a good one.
Do you need me to play the jock video again, Andrew? Make up your mind here.
If you want to, yeah.
1-2 pitch to Jock Peterson, and he swings at it late, misses. 2 gone. Where are you going?
That's gotta win. That's gotta win.
Oh, okay, so we have a winner.
I'm going hot mics.
Congratulations, Jock Peterson, and Michael Chavis too. Michael Chavis, you get this win too on top of Jock Peterson.
It's more Jock though. Let's be honest.
Okay, Jock, your full size trophy will be in the mail shortly. We'll be sending it out. Michael, your smaller trophy will also be in the mail. But Jock has to get the big one.
I feel like we get his almost every game from somebody, but like Jock's like extra ability was like what drove the edge.
Okay, good job, Jock.
I will say the National. I was tempted to pick the Nationals one. That's pretty funny.
Okay, Brandon, do you want to listen to it one more time? I know you do.
A 1-2 pitch to Jock Peterson, and he swings at it late, misses. 2 gone. Where are you going?
It's funny every time.
I think the other part is I do think he kind of forgot what the count was too, because like you hear the announcer go, "Where's he going?" Like
he was just frustrated.
I think it's more just the swing. I don't think he's just walking around. I think he starts going back to the dugout.
He needs a moment to collect himself after that swing. So that's great, Andrew. That's great. I'm really glad. Shout out to our Kawasaki moment.
How does your leg feel today?
Oh, feeling good.
So what happened to you? What happened?
Just crap.
Just a cramp?
Yeah, just crap.
So you told me what can you eat to help you make you feel better?
Bananas.
Yeah. Why bananas?
Monkeys never claps.
Okay.
I think one of the best parts about the interview too is like the announcer knows all the answers already and is like driving him on. Like he goes, "You told me what you could do to prevent these cramps. Like what are you gonna do?" Like,
he heard him. He heard him on the side saying cramps as craps, and he was like, "I gotta get this on video. I got to."
So shout out to that guy too for getting that interview, because he did that intentionally.
Yeah, shout out to him. Shout out to him. We appreciate it. Maybe one day he'll come on the show. We'll talk about that interview. That would be ultimate. That's our white whale guest right now, Andrew. Over any ball player, we want that man right there. If you in the comments, if you're watching this and you know that man's name, please let us know. Unfortunately, I'm just not up to date on my Blue Jays reporters.
Yeah, that's slipped my mind too. I'm with you.
All right, Andrew, let's go look forward to some games.
Hey, Marlins just took a 1-0 lead. Brian Anderson home run.
Oh, there you go. Ryu sucks. All right, the games to look forward to. Speaking of Miami and the Blue Jays, I have them listed out very first.
All right.
The 7-3 Miami Marlins surprising us all versus the 5-8 Blue Jays. Like we said earlier, they're playing in a minor league park. Should be interesting to look at. We're unfortunately not looking at it yet because we're doing the show. So I'll be excited to see the visuals. Andrew, who do you have in the series? It's 2 games. So tell me.
Give me Give me a Blue Jays sweep.
A
2
Blue
games.
Jays sweep.
Blue
Even
Jays take
after
2.
down 1-0. Okay.
It's 1-0 in the second inning. Plenty of time for that Blue Jays offense.
That Blue Jays offense. Let me tell you, I got a good look at the Blue Jays offense. And in the one game that the Blue Jays won against the Red Sox, Kevin Biggio, Bo Bichette, and Vladdy Jr. drove in every run. And it was annoying. Kevin Biggio is a very good leadoff man. Bo Bichette hitting ropes, and Vladdy's hitting like fifth. Everyone's forgetting about him. It's crazy. By the way, Andrew, 2 minutes left in the second overtime for Columbus, and now it's 3-2 Calgary. Hockey is going off right now.
That's funny. I just looked at the score and it was 2-2, like the Stars game.
Yeah.
And so it's funny. I thought you were going to say it tied it up.
No, Sam
But,
Wise is somewhere agonizing.
Right? He usually comments a lot. Got no comments from today, so you know he's watching
we know
that
what
game.
we know what he's doing. I forgive him this one.
How
Time.
about that? It sounds like a third overtime's coming. That's a crazy way to start the playoffs.
Yeah.
You got the Stars game in before that Lightning game.
That would be really funny. That would be really, really funny. All right, Andrew, let's talk about the next game. I've got here Cubs Indians. We don't really know what the Indian staff is going to look like right now. It's 2 games, but the 10-3 Cubs play the 10-7 Indians. A little bit of a record mismatch right there, just simply due games played. But Andrew, who do you like in this series?
Give me a 1-1 split.
1-1 split. All right.
Yeah, we're gonna go with. I like John Lester tonight, and then I like Carlos Carrasco tomorrow night. So
okay, who is John Lester facing tonight?
I believe it was it. Let me look. I think it's Pluko or something like that.
Plutko.
Plutko.
Yeah. By the way, this is now the longest game in Columbus Blue Jackets history. I'm glad those hockey heads are really getting their fill in from the Pub Sports Radio baseball show.
I'm interested tomorrow night too. You got Hendricks going against Carrasco. I mean, depending on which Hendricks shows up, could be a pretty good pitching duel. So I'm excited for tomorrow night's game, especially.
Okay, good. I've got the Cubs, and I'll take a Cubs sweep.
Okay, all right.
Cubs sweep. I like Kyle Hendricks. John Lester's my guy. It's Cubs sweep. Next game. It feels like we talk about this matchup once a week because they play a lot. Padres versus Dodgers. Back at it again. 4 games. They've already played 1. Padres won last night, 2-1. Lost money on that game. Andrew, we've got Kershaw and Paddock on Thursday. Who do you like in the series? As I said, the Padres already have a 1-0 lead in the series. 10-7 and 11-6 for the Padres and Dodgers, respectively.
As much as we talk the Dodgers up, I don't like the way they're starting. I mean, yeah, they're getting big games every once in a while here and there, so their plus minus looks good. But right now, I think Padres are playing just as good as baseball. I'm going with a series split.
Okay, yeah. Padres are fun. Like I've said, the face of baseball, Fernando Tatis Jr. is blowing up right now. He's leading the majors in a variety of categories. He's everyone's favorite ball player now, Andrew. And it's pretty cool because everyone's going to start giving him the Ken Griffey Jr. comparison. And I'm going to be like, yeah, I was that guy's bat boy. What of it, loser? All right, Andrew. Do you have any matchups to look forward to today?
Yeah, I'll give you one. This one is, I think it's a 2-game series as well, as we talked about a couple of times. I forget if they played last night. Give me 1 second.
Hey, take all the time in the world. I can play the Jock video again if you want me to, Andrew.
I don't see him. So, yeah, I'm going to go. It's a 2-game series. It is the Atlanta Braves against the New York Yankees. I think that's going to be a really good series.
Okay.
I've already mentioned the Yankees pitching, so I expect that one to possibly get high scoring at some point, especially tonight, if not tomorrow night as well. So, yeah, 2-game series. Who you taking?
Man. I mean, you've been down on the Yankees, and as you started going down on the Yankees pitching has been terrible.
Do you need matchups?
No, I know it's tonight's Montgomery, I believe, versus Tuki Toussaint or whatever that guy's name is. I'll take the Braves. I like the Braves. I thought about betting on the Braves today. I didn't. I did not pull the trigger. I might do something live, but Give me the Braves against the Yankees. I think the Yankees' downturn has been pretty interesting.
Yeah, hopefully it doesn't get too loud tonight for Montgomery. I mean,
Hey,
don't want the Braves announcers screaming too loud for him because
I would hate it.
big issue.
I would hate it. Apparently, did you see? I'm sure you saw this, but there was like car horns or something outside of the stadium too that were bothering him.
Yeah, it's so in Philly we have right now. There's a group of people. I forget the exact number of the original, but they're calling themselves the Pandemic Crew.
Okay, yeah.
So it's not a car horn. It's they have multiple air horns, and
Okay.
they're blowing them. They're blowing them throughout the entire game, and they got
Good.
this whole setup. I'll send you the picture after because I don't have it on
Good.
me.
Good.
But no, it's pretty funny. And now ever since then, it started as like a smaller crew, and there's a lot of people, or not a lot, but like there's a handful of people starting to show up every day now. It's getting pretty funny.
Good. I love to see that.
I mean, hey, we gotta get our home field advantage somehow.
Good. That might be the Kawasaki moment of the week if they qualify next week. Who knows?
Okay.
Who knows? All right, Andrew. I've got nothing else for you. Thank you as always. Do you have anything you want to close on, Andrew?
I was trying to think if there's any more games, good games.
Kind of light on the schedule right now. Kind of light.
It is kind of light.
That's why I thought this was going to be a quicker show. We still hit our hour mark like we usually do because we are long-winded. But not a lot going on. Still early. We're at the quarter mark of the season, so we'll see what happens.
I can't say all the games are going to be good, but I mean, if you're a neutral fan last night, that Angels Athletics game last night, I know you're not. You don't count as neutral anymore because you did something on the game. But as a neutral fan like me watching that, there was a pretty good game to watch. So if these following games, these next couple days could be anything similar to that could be a series to check out. Okay,
well, let's talk about that real fast. To end the show, we'll have a gambling story to end the show. Of course, I bet the A's last night, and then after the A's went down 3-0, I rebet the A's again, and I think I'm feeling great. Like I'm just like, what am I doing? And then I fall asleep early, and I wake up this morning, and I just see 10-9. I'm like, what the fuck? And of course, it's Mike Trout, so you can't get angry at it because he's just like that good. But what the hell? What happened to the A's pitching? They were up like 3 or 4 runs last time I saw.
I was going to say, for those who don't know, the Angels take that 3-0 lead. A's respond with 3. And then the A's go up 9. It was 9-4.
Yeah, at that point, I turn it off. We're good. No worries.
And then it was 9-7 going into the 6th. The Angels scored 2, 9-9 into the 8th, and they got the winning run. The Angels got the winning run there.
Yeah, Mike Trout hitting solo home runs. What of it? It's one of those rare instances where you can say Mike Trout hits a home run and the Angels win.
Hey, you mentioned a couple times ago about Judge being a lock for MVP. With Trout not missing as much time as I thought he was going to do, and he ever since he's come back, he's just on a tear. I don't think Judge is a lock anymore. I think Trout's giving him a great run now. Because, again, he didn't miss as much time as I was expecting. So I think Mike Trout threw himself right back in that MVP race very fast.
Yeah, he's in there. But, the Yankees machine is churning, Andrew. It's churning. They're going to have the best record in the AL. I mean, we'll see.
No.
Fingers. Hey, Andrew, I have to speak it into the existence. If it's not spoken into the existence, because I'm a mush, Andrew, as you can tell. Anything I bet loses. So I need to keep saying it, They're going to win, they're going to do all this, and they're going to lose. By the way, Andrew, 76ers lose 130-117.
Yeah, we're missing 4 starters. They're not going to win a game when you're missing 4 starters.
I just wanted to let you know. I just simply wanted to let you know. I'm just informing you, Andrew. It's not my fault.
Suns 7-0. That's the thing to talk about.
Good. Suns 7-0. All right. Well, Andrew, like always, I appreciate you. Can you plug your social medias before we head out of here?
Yes, I got AJ_Santangelo, which is my personal Twitter, and then as always, Philly_sports now, True_Philly Sport, and then at ANYP Phillies is all my other Twitter and podcast accounts.
All right. Awesome. Well, as always, everyone, thank you for listening. If you're watching us on YouTube, we're not having all the bells and whistles of our music coming in and out, but you'll hear it on the podcast. As always, listen to the podcast, subscribe to us on Apple, Spotify. We love to see those listeners Those are our favorite listeners, especially our live listeners. As always, if you're watching live, comment below. We hope our gambling picks win you guys money today. That'd be awesome. Hopefully that comes on. So we'll see you guys next time. We'll see you guys on Friday, 5:15. We're going to preview the weekend. Hopefully no one fights with the Astros anymore. Maybe they do. That would be pretty fun. But as always, thank you guys for listening, and we'll catch you guys next time.